RTO mandate is killing my relationship, and I don't know how to stop it. My partner, 31M, and I, 29F, have been together for 4 years. He was fully remote, and our life was a perfect, balanced partnership. 3 months ago, his tech company mandated a 5-day return to office. Now, our whole world is falling apart. He's gone from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. with a 90-minute commute each way. He comes home exhausted, zones out, and sleeps all weekend. Because I'm still remote, the entire household load has fallen on me. I'm starting to resent being the maid and cook, while he barely has the energy to speak to me. We've gone from partners to roommates, and our intimacy is dead. When I try to talk, he just says he's sorry and tired. He's afraid to quit because the market is tough, but I don't know if I can survive months of this stolen relationship. I feel like his company took away the man I love and replaced him with a shell. How do we fix a relationship when one person is too burnt out to even participate? Am I wrong for resenting the extra chores even though I know he's exhausted? How do we find us again when he's spending 13 hours a day just dealing with work? TLDR. My partner's 31M 5-day RTO mandate has ruined our 4-year relationship. He is too exhausted to contribute or connect, and I, 29F, am drowning in resentment from carrying all the domestic labor. We feel like roommates instead of partners. How do we rebuild our bond when the job is taking everything he has left? Roommate refuses to wear underwear when I have guests over. I, 23F, share an apartment with a roommate, 23F. Recently, she has started wearing short skirts with no underwear at home. I only found out when she sat down carelessly while my 19-year-old brother was visiting. It was incredibly uncomfortable, and he ended up leaving early. When I confronted her, she got defensive, calling me prudish and accusing me of policing her body. She insists that because it's her home, she shouldn't have to change her comfort level for anyone. I've explained that I don't care what she wears when we are alone, but I'm asking for basic consideration when guests, mine or hers, are present. She refused my offer to set ground rules or give notice before guests arrive, claiming she won't slut-shame herself for my benefit. I feel like my right to have a comfortable, shared space for friends and family is being ignored. Am I wrong for asking for a minimum standard of coverage in common areas, or is she right that her home, her rules applies even when others are exposed to her? TLDR, my roommate, 23F, wears short skirts with no underwear in our shared apartment. After an accidental exposure in front of my brother, I asked her to be more mindful when guests visit. She accused me of controlling her body and refuses to compromise. Is it reasonable to expect basic coverage in shared spaces, or am I being a prude? Our best friends of 22 years won't stop financially one-upping us. My husband and I, 33, have been best friends with another couple, 32, since school. Lately, the friendship has turned into a financial competition we never signed up for. The husband is a very high earner, yet they're obsessed with being frugal and proving they can do everything better or cheaper than us. If we book a holiday, they found it cheaper. If we buy a toy, they explain why their version is superior. Even though we live modestly and within our means, their constant comments leave me feeling judged and deflated. It feels like every conversation is a chance for them to win, even though we aren't competing. I value this friendship and don't want to end it, but I'm tired of feeling like our choices are being audited. How do I shut down the one-upping in the moment without making things awkward? Is it possible to address this directly after 2 decades of friendship, or is this just a sign that our values have drifted too far apart? How do I mentally disengage from their retirement at 40 talk and their constant need for superiority so I can actually enjoy their company again? TLDR, long-term friends, 22 years, constantly one-up our financial and parenting choices, making everything a competition. Despite their high income, they obsess over being smarter with money than us. How do I stop the one-upping without losing the friendship? My strict parents won't let my BF of 2.5 years inside the house. I, 25F, am a master's student, and because my field is so competitive, I am still financially dependent on my parents. I've been with my boyfriend, 26M, for over 2 years, but my parents treat our relationship like it's invisible. While he's allowed to pick me up, he is strictly forbidden from entering our home, even just to use the bathroom. I feel the weight of their monitoring cameras and their refusal to acknowledge him. We can't go on overnight trips or even stay out late. My boyfriend has expressed that he feels unwelcome and rejected by my family, and I'm terrified of losing him because of their rigidity. My mother flat out refuses to even discuss an official meeting. I'm going abroad next year and desperately want to spend quality time with him before I leave, but I feel trapped between my love for him and my financial reliance on them. How do I navigate this without hurting my partner or risking my housing and education? Is there a way to demand respect as a 25-year-old woman while still being under their roof? Or am I forced to live a double life until I graduate? TLDR, I, 25F, have been with my boyfriend for 2.5 years, but my strict parents refuse to let him inside the house or acknowledge him officially. Since I am financially dependent on them, I feel I can't set boundaries. My boyfriend feels rejected, and I'm scared this will ruin our relationship before I move abroad. How do I handle parents who won't see me as an adult? My GF wants a break to be alone, but is traveling to meet another guy. I, 24M, have a serious heart condition, and my girlfriend, 21F, of 3 years has been my rock through my surgeries. However, things have shifted. She's struggling with mental health and says she needs alone time and a break from the relationship because she can't take care of herself while being with me. The problem? She claims she needs less screen time to be with family, yet she spends more time calling a mutual online friend than talking to me. Even worse, when I proposed meeting in person to fix things, she told me she wasn't free because she is traveling to meet this other guy as friends. She says she still loves me and doesn't want to break up, but her actions say otherwise. I feel like she's keeping me on the hook because she's afraid of how a breakup might affect my heart condition. I told her that if we break up, I need to cut contact to heal, but she got angry, insisting we stay friends. Am I being selfish for wanting clear boundaries, or is she soft-launching a breakup while prioritizing another man? How do I protect my heart, literally and figuratively, when the person I love is choosing someone else's company over our recovery? TLDR, my girlfriend, 21F, wants a break from our 3-year relationship to be alone, but she's traveling to visit another male friend instead of seeing me, 24M. I have a fragile heart condition, and I suspect she's only staying with me out of guilt. Should I push for a resolution or walk away to protect my health? My GF is mad because I didn't spend 20 hours on a bus for New Year's. My girlfriend, 23F, is upset because I, 27M, didn't travel to Berlin to spend New Year's with her family. Since I couldn't get time off work, the trip would have required 2 10-hour overnight bus rides back-to-back, arriving straight to an 8:30 a.m. shift after the second one. I decided it was physically and financially unrealistic. She said she understood, but when she found out I went to a local gathering with my sister, 31F, and her friends instead of staying home alone, she blew up. She's accusing me of ditching her to party. In reality, I was the designated driver for a group of 30-somethings with toddlers, hardly the wild party she's imagining. I didn't choose friends over her. I chose not to destroy my body for a 24-hour turnaround. From my perspective, staying in town and being helpful to my sister is not the same as refusing to travel across the country. Am I in the wrong for seeking local company after deciding the long-distance travel was impossible? How do I explain that not being able to travel 20 hours doesn't mean I'm not allowed to leave my house? Is her anger justified, or is she being unfair about the reality of my work schedule? TLDR, I, 27M, declined a 20-hour round-trip bus journey to see my GF, 23F, because of work. I stayed local and was the designated driver for my sister's friends instead. My GF says I ditched her to party. Am I wrong for not staying home alone just because I couldn't make the trip to her? My GF 19F told me she cravings boy attention because I don't flirt enough. My girlfriend and I, 19M, are currently on a break, but still acting like a couple. Recently, she told me, "My friends text 5 guys at once, and I'm stuck being loyal to you, but you don't flirt as much as I deserve." She basically used her friends' non-serious relationships and their attention from multiple men as a way to shame me. When I told her that talking to 5 guys isn't exactly a flex, she got defensive. She claimed she doesn't even hear that guys want to spend time with her from me, which is completely untrue, and said that because she's being loyal to someone she isn't officially dating, she feels like she's missing out on being wanted. She says she's sweet and loyal, and I think she just wanted more affection, but the way she said it was incredibly hurtful. She made it sound like being loyal to me is a burden or a chore because I don't give her enough flirting. I ended up apologizing just to avoid a fight, but I feel disrespected. Why do partners choose such a rude way to express a simple need for more attention? How do I handle someone who uses the threat of other guys to get me to act a certain way? Is this just jealousy of her friends, or is she testing my boundaries? TLDR, my girlfriend 19F rudely told me she craves male attention because I, 19M, don't flirt enough, comparing our unofficial commitment to her friends who talk to multiple guys. I felt pressured and insulted. How do I address her delivery without starting another fight? My friend/coworker is spiraling into life avoidance, and it's draining me. I, 24M, have worked with my friend, 24F, for 3 months. She stays up all night gaming and arrives at work exhausted, avoiding basic tasks like phone calls or paperwork. She often disappears during shifts, leaving me to handle e-store deliveries alone. This behavior extends to her personal life. She lost her ID and bank card months ago, but won't replace them, and she complains about money while refusing to use our company's free hobby stipends. I've struggled with gaming myself, so I want to be supportive, but I'm tired of being her constant cheerleader. Every time I try to be positive or offer help, she just zones out on Instagram showing me memes. Because she works more hours than I do, I don't want to sound like her boss, but her lack of responsibility is making my job twice as hard. How do I encourage her to get her life together without ruining our friendship? Is there a way to set boundaries at work so I'm not constantly covering for her? I feel like I'm carrying the weight of 2 people while she just exists in a sleep-deprived fog. TLDR, my friend/coworker, 24F, is neglecting work and personal life due to gaming and lack of sleep. I, 24M, am exhausted from being her motivator and doing her work when she disappears. How do I address this without overstepping or losing the friend? My BF won't stand up to his stepdad's sexual jokes about me. I, 20F, and my boyfriend, 19M, have been dating for a year. His stepdad, 40M, constantly makes inappropriate sexual jokes that make me deeply uncomfortable. When I asked my boyfriend to address this, he forgot to mention how it affected me and focused only on his own insecurities. Worse, my boyfriend later blew up on me, telling me I can't take a joke and admitted that he and his stepdad had been comparing me to his friend's girlfriend. I am a survivor of childhood assault, and my boyfriend knows this. I had to remind him of my trauma just to justify why sexual comments from a 40-year-old man creep me out. I do everything for him. I pack his lunches and help him clean. But in return, I get a partner who is too much of a wimp to defend me. He listens to everyone else's opinions and chooses them over mine. I broke up with him briefly, but we stayed together. Now, I feel miserable and disrespected. Is this relationship worth saving when I'm the only one fighting for us? How do I handle a partner who joins in on the mockery instead of protecting my peace? Should I just dump him and find someone who actually respects my boundaries? TLDR, my boyfriend 19M refuses to set boundaries with his stepdad 40M regarding sexual jokes about me 20F. He mocked me for being too sensitive despite knowing my history of assault. I feel unprotected and undervalued. Should I leave him since he consistently chooses his family's jokes over my safety? My BF of 8 years betrayed my no-contact boundary with my abusive mother. I, 23F, have a complex, traumatic history with my mother and her abusive partners. After her latest relationship triggered a severe depressive episode, I moved to Greece for space and went no contact. I explicitly told my boyfriend, 24M, not to respond to her or give her updates. He witnessed my panic attacks and my weight loss. He knew exactly how much this was killing me. Despite my clear boundary, he texted her behind my back for months, giving her updates and even wishing her a happy Mother's Day. He claims she's still your mother, prioritizing her feelings over the mental health of the woman he's been with for 8 years. It's now December, and the trust is gone. Every time he asks if I'm going home for Christmas, I feel forced to justify my pain all over again. He knew my history from age 17, yet he chose to act as a double agent for the woman who enabled my childhood trauma. I feel completely betrayed and unheard by the person who is supposed to be my safe place. How do I move forward with someone who thinks my boundaries are optional? Is an 8-year relationship salvageable when your partner refuses to respect your need for protection against abuse? Am I wrong for feeling like he chose her over me? TLDR, my boyfriend of 8 years broke my explicit no-contact boundary by secretly updating my abusive mother on my life while I was studying abroad. He knew my trauma but insisted she's still your mother. Now I can't trust him and feel forced to constantly defend my boundaries. Is this a deal breaker or a misunderstanding? My BF 48M asked for space after I challenged his every night party habit. I, 37F, have been with my boyfriend for over 4 years. Our relationship started as a rocky FWB dynamic where he once told me he wished I was dead over a minor disagreement. Despite the red flags, we became official. He promised to settle down, but recently, he's been going out every single night until 3 or 4 a.m. When I told him this was unacceptable for a serious relationship and that I needed to reflect, he flipped the script. While I was away visiting family, he became cold and told me he needed space until January 6th, essentially pre-wishing me a Happy New Year on December 28th to shut down communication. I feel angry at myself for putting up with his behavior for so long. I've begged for forgiveness for things I didn't do, and now he's using space as a weapon to avoid accountability while I spend my holidays ruminating. I know this relationship must end, but I'm struggling to stop the intrusive thoughts and the pain of his timing. How do I reclaim my peace and find the strength to end this permanently on January 6th? Is his need for space just a way to party without control, or is he trying to force me to break up so he doesn't have to be the villain? TLDR, my boyfriend, 48M, stays out until 4 a.m. every night. When I, 37F, asked to negotiate his lifestyle, he demanded space until after the holidays. I'm tired of his emotional volatility and the way he ruins my peace. I know I need to break up, but I'm struggling with the guilt and the constant rumination. How do I stay firm in my decision? My BF, 30M, constantly antagonizes my cat and ignores his boundaries. I, 25F, love my boyfriend, but I'm deeply disturbed by how he treats my cat. My cat is independent and doesn't like being held or touched excessively. I've explained this clearly multiple times, yet my boyfriend purposefully ignores me. He forces contact until my cat hisses or scratches, then gets angry and calls my cat an asshole. He claims he will make the cat learn to like it and argues that because other animals he's known weren't like this, my cat shouldn't be either. Tonight I snapped and yelled at him to stop, but he just went to bed without acknowledging it. I'm starting to see this as a major red flag, not just about the pet, but about his lack of respect for boundaries I've explicitly set. Am I blowing this out of proportion, or is forcing a relationship on a defensive animal a sign of a deeper character flaw? How do I make him understand that his behavior isn't cute fun, but disrespectful and predatory? We don't live together, and I'm not financially dependent on him, but I can't imagine a future where my orange shadow is constantly stressed in his own home. TLDR, my boyfriend, 30M, refuses to respect my cat's physical boundaries despite multiple warnings. He antagonizes the cat until it reacts and then blames the animal. Is this a deal breaker, or is there a way to make a grown man understand that no means no, even for a pet? Left alone during the holidays while my BF celebrates with his family. My boyfriend, 21M, and I, 20F, have been together for 4 years. We traveled to his hometown for the holidays, but his family has been incredibly exclusionary. They invite him to every dinner and celebration, but never mention me or invite me to join. The worst part isn't his family's distance, it's my boyfriend's reaction. He avoids confrontation and simply goes along with them, leaving me completely alone in his house during every major holiday. While I sit in isolation, he is celebrating with them. When I tell him how much this hurts, he just makes excuses, saying he didn't expect this and hoping things will improve when his sister arrives. I feel invisible and abandoned. I'm used to a close-knit family, and being treated like a stranger by people I've known for years is exhausting. I want to go home, but a medical condition prevents me from driving long distances alone, so I feel trapped. Is it reasonable to expect my partner of 4 years to stand up for me and refuse to attend events where I am explicitly excluded? How do I make him understand that his neutrality is actually him choosing his parents over my well-being? TLDR, my boyfriend's family only invites him to holiday plans, leaving me, 20F, alone in their home. My boyfriend, 21M, refuses to stand up for me or insist on my inclusion, choosing to attend the parties without me. I feel isolated and trapped due to a medical condition. How do I handle a partner who allows his family to treat me like I don't exist? I travel to my friend's house just to watch her stare at her phone. I, 21F, recently reconnected with a longtime friend, 24F, who has 2 kids and another on the way. Because she refuses to drive or leave the house without her husband or mom, the only way we can hang out is if I visit her at home. The problem is that once I'm there, she spends the entire time staring at her phone. We talk briefly, but she immediately goes back to scrolling. Even her 5-year-old daughter notices and comments on it. It feels like she and the kids don't actually have lives. They just exist behind screens. I want to be part of her life and her children's lives, but it's exhausting to make the effort to visit only to be ignored. I'm afraid that if I bring it up, she'll get defensive or upset, but I can't keep spending my time sitting in a room with someone who isn't really there. How do I address this phone addiction without ruining the friendship? Is this just a side effect of her being a stay-at-home mom who feels isolated, or is she simply not interested in an actual conversation? How can I encourage her to engage with me and her kids when I visit? TLDR, my friend, 24F, never leaves her house, so I, 21F, always have to go to her. When I visit, she ignores me to scroll on her phone the whole time. I feel invisible and bored. How do I tell her that her phone use is ruining our friendship without making her defensive? I love my partner, 26F, so why do I, 27M, still feel attracted to others? I love my partner deeply and I am happy in our relationship. However, I've been struggling with intense guilt because I still occasionally notice and feel attracted to other people. I never act on it, I don't flirt, and I don't cross boundaries, but the mere existence of the feeling makes me feel like I'm being disloyal. I always believed that true love meant you'd stop noticing anyone else. When I feel a spark of attraction, I start spiraling. Does this mean something is missing? Am I ungrateful? I want to understand if attraction is a biological reaction that you simply can't turn off, or if it's a sign of a deeper issue in my commitment. How do I make sense of these feelings without letting them harm my relationship or my self-image? Is it possible that love is less about not noticing and more about what you choose to do or not do with that notice? I'm looking for a realistic perspective on how to handle human attraction within a committed, loving partnership. TLDR, I, 27M, feel guilty because I still find other people attractive despite being in a happy, loving relationship with my partner, 26F. I don't act on these feelings, but I worry they mean I'm not loving enough. Is attraction separate from love, and how do I handle it without the shame? I love my parents, but their cigarette smoke is making me physically ill. I, 29F, am struggling with visiting my parents, 69M, 61F. Everyone in their household smokes, including my grandmother and a family friend. I live in a smoke-free home, and every time I stay overnight, I pay a heavy price. I suffer from hours of sinus pain, intense headaches, and breathing issues that last long after I leave. I've never brought this up because I don't want to shame them or make them feel judged about their habit. But now I've started dreading visits and want to limit my time there. I feel immense guilt, but pushing through the symptoms is becoming unbearable for my body. How do I set a health-related boundary without causing a family conflict? I'm terrified they will take it personally or think I'm being superior, but I can't keep making myself sick just to be a good daughter. Is there a respectful way to tell them I can no longer stay overnight, or should I just keep quiet and suffer the physical consequences to keep the peace? How do I handle the guilt if they react poorly to me prioritizing my basic ability to breathe? TLDR, everyone in my parents' house smokes, and staying there gives me, 29F, severe physical symptoms like headaches and respiratory distress. I've hidden this to avoid judging them, but I can't do it anymore. How do I explain that I can't stay overnight for health reasons without hurting our relationship? I love my boyfriend, 20M, but I'm no longer in love with him. I've, 20F, been with my boyfriend for 4 years. He is the most loving, attentive person I've ever met, but for 2 years, I've felt a growing disconnect. I feel like I'm monologuing because he just agrees with everything I say instead of engaging. His childish jokes and self-deprecating humor have completely killed my sexual attraction to him. I no longer feel passion when I look into his eyes. He's trying to change now, planning dates and showing initiative, but it feels like too little, too late, because it only happened once he realized I was pulling away. Meeting someone at college who actually listens and converses with me has only made the void in my relationship more obvious. My boyfriend has asked me to stop talking to this new guy, which feels like a limit on my freedom. We agreed to try for a few more months, but I feel like I'm staying out of guilt and history rather than genuine desire. He is a wonderful person, and I don't want to hurt him, but I feel like something is missing, and I can't force the spark back. Is it fair to stay and try when the physical and emotional attraction is already gone? How do I end a 4-year relationship with a perfect person without feeling like the villain? TLDR, I've, 20F, been with my boyfriend since we were 16. He's incredibly kind, but I've lost all sexual and emotional attraction to him due to his lack of maturity and deep conversation. I met someone else who makes me feel heard. We are trying for a few more months, but I feel the flame is permanently out. What should I do? I feel like I'm dating a stranger after my GF's secret past was revealed. I, 24M, recently discovered that my girlfriend, 26F, lied about the extent of her past sex work. She told me it was just selling photos for survival, but her flatmate revealed she traveled abroad as an escort and made $10,000 from a single client, something she bragged about to her friends, even using a foot job emoji as her nickname. While she told me it was a past necessity, her friends remember her buying a Nintendo Switch and going on a cruise with the money. It's not about the work or the body count. It's about the lying and the compartmentalization. I feel like everyone else knows the real her while I was given a curated, victimized version. We were talking about marriage days ago, and now I feel numb and lost. How do I rebuild confidence when I feel like I've been dating a persona instead of a person? Is it possible to trust someone who hides their true self from their partner but brags about it to everyone else? I feel like the only person who didn't know the secret, and it makes me question everything we've built. TLDR, my girlfriend, 26F, lied about her past as an escort, framing it as survival to me, 24M, while bragging about the luxury it bought her to her friends. The lack of transparency and her double persona have left me feeling numb. How do I regain a sense of direction after such a deep betrayal of trust? He cheated and called the police during my panic attack. Is it time to leave? I, 18F, am at a breaking point with my boyfriend, 21M. He has cheated on me multiple times, kept talking to other girls behind my back, and mocked me during my most vulnerable moments. During one of my panic attacks, he actually called the police on me instead of helping. He uses threats and guilt to keep me from leaving, making me feel trapped. The confusion comes because he's not bad all the time. He buys me gifts, reassures me, and says he's trying to change. But the pain and the fear are still there. I feel lost because I don't have a strong support system. My parents are busy and I don't have many friends. I'm terrified of being alone, but I'm also terrified of staying in this constant emotional pain. Is his effort to improve enough to erase the cheating and the mockery? Am I just overthinking? Or is this a dangerous cycle of abuse that I need to escape before it gets worse? How do I find the strength to leave when I feel like I have no one else to turn to? TLDR, my boyfriend, 21M, has cheated, mocked my mental health, and used threats to prevent me, 18F, from leaving. Now he's being nice and buying gifts, which makes me feel guilty for wanting to break up. I'm scared to be alone, but I'm living in fear. Should I stay and work on myself, or is this a situation I need to run from immediately? Drowning in my wife's severe contamination OCD for 5 years. I, 33M, am at a breaking point. Since 2020, my wife's, 33F, contamination OCD has taken over our lives. I spend 2.5 hours sitting in the garage every time we come home while she showers. Our daughter has never walked freely in our house. Our furniture and electronics are being destroyed by constant, excessive cleaning. We haven't had a guest in 2.5 years. I sleep on a couch while she sleeps on another. Intimacy is dead. The most baffling part? At her parents' house, the symptoms nearly vanish. She showers for 10 minutes and relaxes. But the moment we cross our threshold, the switch flips and the nightmare resumes. I am emotionally drained and losing interest in life. I don't feel safe or relaxed in my own home. I know she is suffering, but I am being crushed by the weight of her rituals and the isolation. I am a partner, not a decontaminant, and I can't keep living like a prisoner in my own garage. How do I handle this level of burnout without losing my mind? Is there a way to demand treatment when she's clearly capable of control in other environments? Am I allowed to stop accommodating the rituals to save my own sanity and our daughter's childhood? TLDR, my wife's, 33F, severe OCD dictates every move in our house. I wait in the garage for hours. Groceries must be decontaminated, and we sleep on separate couches. Strangely, she's fine at her parents' house. I am burnout, isolated, and losing hope. How do I reclaim my home and my life? Choosing stability over a 20-year sentence. Am I abandoning him? I, 28F, have spent 1.5 years trying to help a man, 35M, with a tragic history of abuse and addiction. I opened my home, supported his rehab, and cheered for his milestones. But while I was away, he relapsed and committed a crime that, combined with his priors, could lead to a 10 to 20-year prison sentence. He has asked me to wait for him, to not marry anyone else while he's behind bars. I've always valued loyalty, and leaving him at his lowest feels like abandonment. However, I've realized that staying would mean abandoning my own life goals, a family, stability, and peace. I've survived enough chaos and PTSD. I cannot spend my prime years waiting for someone who continues to choose a destructive path. My update to this situation is that I am choosing myself. I've done a decade of therapy and EMDR, and I know that I don't use my own trauma as an excuse to hurt others. I deserve a simple, stable life, and he cannot provide that from a prison cell. How do I close this door permanently without letting the guilt consume me? Is it abandonment if the person has already abandoned the partnership through their own repeated actions? TLDR, the man I've been helping, 35M, is facing up to 20 years in jail after a relapse and a new crime. He wants me, 28F, to wait for him, but I refuse to put my life on hold for 2 decades. I've decided to let go to save my own mental health and future. I'm choosing not to abandon myself anymore.